because at that point I knew that first class was not for me. When I failed, like that failing was a turning point for me. So in this video, basically, I'm going to be talking about how to scale through in university. Kind of like people who are entering a university, for them to have an experience of what the university life look like, and then what to expect when they enter the university. And also for you to remember that I had this saying that like passing university is more spiritual than physical. Yes, so there are so many people actually out there who are not graduates. Like they went to the university but they were not able to graduate due to one reason or the other, and people don't talk about it. You know, the frustration, like people are getting depressed every day, and most of them just want to jump out and leave Nigeria. Okay, so my first year into the university, I would just come in, and during that period I would go for night class and I'll be like, I hope university is not like secondary school. Oh, I want to pass. So I'll go for night class, and my social life will tell you. So in your first year you're still doing your clearance and everything, like the struggle, you're going to struggle to do your clearance. Especially in the federal university, like they don't even help you. Like I just feel like university is like stress. They want you to go through stress. Like the whole clearance and everything. So basically your first year, you go for lectures, and I also advise, like if it's possible, like you go for all these like tutorials. They're really going to help you in university, because these are people who are already like into the system and they know the possible questions that are going to come out in the exam. And so you just like you go for tutorials, and like I also went through tutorials. So that was how my first year was, just going for tutorials, because I was not sure if it's the same as secondary school, because secondary school I was killing China. When I entered the university, I'm like, let me not go and dolo and now feel, because I don't know how the system works. And then the first lecture I had ever was a chemistry lecture. They were teaching Chem 101, and I entered that lecture hall, and they were teaching, I can't remember the course, I can't remember. But then when I entered, I was just thinking, I was like, is this course for me? Because I was never understanding anything. And then when I went for tutorials, then I was able to like learn some few things, and then I was able to scale through my first year. Like my first year, I didn't even know most of my classmates. Like our first semester results came out, and we were all excited, and I went and I saw my results, and I was like, oh, something I can do. Like I can do this. It's no normal thing. So moving over to my second year. So my second year was like, I'm laughing now, but it was not funny then. In my second year, I was like, okay, I will pass. Like I will not fail. Understand? You know that like we will pass mentality. That was the year when I was trying to figure out, like, is this course for me? Like, are there opportunities out there after studying this course? Like, will there be opportunities for me out there in the world? Like I was just in that phase, like during my second year, and I was even still feeling sad. Like one thing I realized that in my school is that I did not actually enjoy my process, and I would advise anybody to enjoy it, because the memories that you will get after school is the memories you shared with your friends. Like it is not all those going for lectures. You don't even remember those things. After school, it's actually the friends you make. Like you understand. So this is something I also regret, because I was just like, that first class mentality. But after everything, I don't graduate with first class. So and then my second year, my result came out. It was really bad. So in your second year, I would advise that since you now know the system and know what to work, like don't relax. Like don't relax. So then moving over to my third year, that was when I was like, okay, my second year was bad. Like, let me now concentrate in my book. Like, let me now concentrate and study. And that was when I had the worst results ever in my third year first semester. And then the worst came. I had the carryover. I've never failed in my life. And then I had the carryover. I was in one physics course, I had a carryover, and I was depressed. I don't even know the state. Like, I would go to read and I would be crying. I'll be like, after reading, I'm not sure I'm even going to pass this. And then during one time, one thought came to my mind. I was like, should I go and meet the lecturer and talk to the lecturer and see if it's going to like favor me? And then another thought was like came to my mind, and even the heart of the king is is in the hands of God. So I took the lecture and I took the whole course to God. And the second thing I also did was to read. So I would advise that you also read your books and you also look for tutorials and like read with people who are ahead of you, like people who are into the system and knows the system better than you. And those people are going to help you. Like because there's no first, there's no second. Like we all want to pass, and there are people who would want to genuinely help you to pass. So when I went to God, I'm like, God, I'm bringing this lecture into your hands. Like help me and put me in His mind. And then God did it for me. Like what really helped me when I failed, like that failing was a turning point for me. And I realized that anybody can fail, and that if I don't put in the effort and if I don't put in the dedication and the time to read, I'm actually going to fail. And that was a turning point for me. And I later wrote that course again, and with the help of God I was able to get A in that course, like without even meeting the lecturer and anything. I just put the lecturer into God's hand and God helped me handle the whole situation. So I'll be like in your university days, also go closer to God, join societies. So during my second year, second semester, that was the time I realized that that I have to actually engage in societies, I have to like participate. So I actually go to the university and the university does not go through me and I don't finish and I don't even know anything about the university. So that was the time I realized that okay, I have to start engaging myself in activities. Like I don't really have to be so book cautious and the whole graduating with first class, like all those things might not even really count after the whole graduation, you understand? So I also became active in politics, like not so active, but I tried to engage myself in societies and also in my departmental politics. I was also like kind of like let me just experience this thing. So fast forwarding to my fourth year, that was the year of projects and everything, and I'm also going to advise to sit closer to God, like join a society, like a church society, whether board of lecturers if you're Catholic, whether Costa, like you can just join your church society. Like that's where you're going to meet lasting friends. Like after school, like now, like people you're going to meet are basically people from work and people who just want to make money. But the friends that you're going to make in school are actually going to last longer than the friends you make after school, because people you meet after school, even your NYS, these are people who are just a short phase, like people they don't even know you. But the people you meet during your university days, these are people who even know you. So in terms of my academic, I just had to like, what I did was I got a book and a pen and I wrote down all my courses and my grades. And you are going to know your grade and you know how to calculate your CGP. So I placed like my your final year courses, like in my university you won't be able to see your final year courses till they come out. Like they're just going to come out, or you can just go and meet your course advisor and it's going to show you if you want to. So I got a book and paper and I prophesy, like I just like, okay, in this course I'll have to make a B, in this course I have to make an A, in this course I have to make a C for me to be able to graduate with 2-1. Because at that point I knew that first class was not for me because I've listed down all my grades from my first year to my final year, and I knew that okay, this is what I have to do to be able to graduate with 2-1. So what I started going for night class with a friend, and God was the one that helped me, because God was just the one that helped me in my university. And that is also a step that helped me, like just writing down your grades and like trying to know, okay, in this course you have to make a B and working towards making that B. And also in your project, try to work hard so you're able to make an A in your project, because project grades are usually like high. Sometimes the project grades could be like, a 3-unit course. Like projects are like some are 5 units, some are 6 units, depending on the department. So I will also advise that you do your project yourself. Like usually, I don't know, students will just go and pay somebody to do your project. Like this is your project though. You can do it yourself. If you have your laptop, you can do the project yourself. Except if you're someone who is into business already and you just want to get a certificate. But if you're someone who is, your parents are simply your school fees and you know that you have the time, I would really advise that you do your project yourself. It's going to help you in terms of communicating with your supervisor. And if your supervisor see that you're someone who is interested in the project, it's going to help you and give you which is going to boost your GP. You understand? So writing down those things and be able to like set this target, like this is what I have to make in this course, this is what I have to make in this course, it will actually help you and it will go a long way. And during that period of my final year, I also joined this, like there was this guy, like I still owe him a lot still because he was one who was like holding tutorials for us. Like I'll go for his tutorial and even some of the things that I was never even understanding. it was during the course of these tutorials that I was able to understand some of these things. And like in university, like there are some lecturers that you know that this is how this lecturer wants you to answer their question, and it's not like secondary school where you just have to answer question. Like you have to answer some questions so that the lecturer will feel impressed. And you know, some people actually know these things. Like there's people who have been in school environment, and for us who are I've not been in a school environment for a long time. Like people who have been in school environment and they have that experience, actually going to let you know, okay, this is how this lecturer wants his answers to be, and you actually have know that okay, this is what I have to do, and it will help you. And then also after my projects, and God willing, my projects, I did a presentation. I'm so I hate presentations, so I was able to do my presentation, and God willing, it went well. So then after my project, and I would advise anybody, like after your final year exam, 4 years, don't work like you're jubilating now. Me, I did not jubilate that time, and I actually regret it because I was scared. I didn't even know if I was going to graduate or not. I was even scared of like, God help me, because the final year courses, you know, you won't see them now. And that time, the course I had carried over. I had carried over. I was not even sure if I'm going to do pass. And I was still thinking of my point. So when my classmates were like happy, they were going for 4 years, don't work. I carried my bag and I was going to do my project. But I actually regret not like taking the pictures and just having that fun time with my classmates. Like this is something I would advise you do. Why just like try to strategize, like so your social life, balance your social life, your religious life, your academic life. If you can balance this, it's really going to help you. And your 4 years don't work, I advise you stay behind for some time. Like during this period, go and meet your lecturers, let them show you. If you are someone who lecturers know, let them show you, like, or meet them and be like, like tell them they ask them like, sir, how was the course, like how is our result? And some of them will even show you what you get. After my our 4 year don't work, I was actually in school for some period of time, and then there's this lecturer, so I went to his office and he was marking our scripts. So when I went, I was like, sir, what did I get, like how is the result? And then he showed me my results. My grade was low. That was my final year course, so my grade was low. I now opened my scripts, and at the back I saw, I'm not trying to criticize anybody, it could be a mistake, but my heart was just like, let me just go and meet some of these lecturers, especially courses you are not too sure of. So that he did not mark some of my answer papers. I would just say it was God that led me aside. Did not mark this one, and he was even surprised, and then he marked it, and it even improved my grades, because that course I was even scared I was even going to fail it. And imagine, he did not now mark some of the ones I even managed to even answer safe. It was just God that led me. But I'll tell you that during your stay in school, like, let God guide you and let God help you. So I think this is the part one of my university journey, and if you want me to make videos like this is just my experience. These are things that back then I'll be crying, and it was like because I was in that phase. But now after the phase, I can be able to just laugh about some of the things I did and just be like, it was just a phase. Thank you very much for watching, and do have an amazing day. That's my talk for you. Bye.